Co-Creation Nation, do you know that there are millions upon millions of people, human beings, living on this earth right now? They're having their lives, they are thriving, they are making their daily ritual work, they are paying their bills per se, they are having interactions with their children, their grandparents, their grandchildren. These people have been thriving for thousands of years. Millions of people on this earth right now, right now, in 2021, millions upon millions of people that are living their life fully, doing everything they need to do, whatever it is, whatever may be difficult, whatever may be easy, they're doing it right now. They've been doing it for thousands of years. And they have never, ever heard the name coronavirus. They've never heard of the United States of America. They have never heard of the Super Bowl. They have never heard of Trump or Biden or whatever. These things that we think are so big in our lives are so huge and so present and so important. There are millions upon millions. I'm talking about millions upon millions of people that they don't even know what the United States of America is. They've never heard of it. They live, they wake, they are human beings, they feel, they love, they give birth, they die, they pass on things. Yet they've never heard all these things that we seem to be so passionate about, that are so important, and we seem like we are the kings of the world. We feel like we are the kings of this world, especially here in America. We feel like we just are at the pinnacle of intelligence, the pinnacle of understanding of how the world works. We have NASA, we have militaries, we have all this so-called medical advancement, all these progressive things. And there's people on this very planet, millions of them. I'm not talking about thousands, millions upon millions of people living right now, and they will live on generation after generation, and they have no idea what a damn United States of America is. They don't care. They're living their life to the fullest, and they don't even have a thought about what the hell we think in this world. Not just the United States, the Western world, the civilized world, like you want to call it. They have no idea and they don't care. They're living good lives. Good lives. They ain't wearing nothing on their face. They ain't worrying about no injections in their arms. They don't even know and they don't care, and life is good. Life is good. But you know what? These people, every now and again, they have visitors. They have visitors that come upon their land, upon their life. And these people, they look like people. They got eyes, they got a head, they got 4 limbs. They're walking, they're talking out of their mouth. But they don't understand them. And they're like, okay, why are you talking like that? What are those noises coming out of your mouth? What are those coverings you have on your body? What are those garbs for? What does that mean? What do you want? Why are you here? And those people that come to visit these people, they may figure out a way to interact with them. They may become friends with them. They may even do some things more intimate with them. But all of a sudden, one day, they're gone. They don't see them anymore. And then a time goes by, they might see another one of these odd characters that don't fit in their world, but they'll either meet them with aggression or not, but they are aware of them, but they continue to live their life and continue to do what they've been doing. And every now and then, these people, these millions and millions of people, they may look up in the sky, and they have their own religions, they have their own traditions, they have their own beliefs. They may look up in the sky, and they may see something going by in the sky. It might look metallic, it might look silver, it looks like it's moving fast. And they may come up with stories and ideas about what is that in the sky? Is it, a god? Is it an angel? Is it a devil? Is it some weird animal? They don't know. They're just living their lives. They're living, they're dying, they're having their own personal conflicts, and they're seeing all these things go on around them. And every now and then they'll see something fly across the sky, and they may have an idea about it, like, oh, it's a UFO, an unidentified flying object. But their life goes on. They don't let it stop them. They continue to work and continue to do what they're doing, and they feel like what they're doing in their lives is at the top of their society. They are living out their best society. They've figured out ways to fashion weapons and fashion tools to help them take care of their families and their community. They feel like they are at the top of their food chain. They are at the epitome of what's going on this very earth right now. Right now. I'm not talking about thousands of years ago. I'm not talking about hundreds of years ago. I'm talking about 2021, like we call it. Right now, there are millions upon millions of people that are living their best life, and they feel like they are at the top of their food chain, and you come around them and tell them they're not, and they're going to show you. If it got to be deadly, it would be deadly, but they will show you. These people exist. Human beings having babies, living lives, having conflicts. All the politics that we deal with, they dealing with the same stuff in their world. But there are these things that's happening, these phenomenons, these things flying over their head every now and again, these people coming to visit them that don't really seem right, and they disappear. They may even procreate every now and again. They may even procreate with these people every now and again. But they don't really know who they are. It's like more myths and legends, and they come and they go, but their life continues on. Similar to us. We live our lives. We go around. We have friends and family. We have jobs. We have different things we do. We feel like, we have a purpose, and we have rules and guidelines, and we follow it within our society. And, every now and then, somebody will come around, and we kind of look at them, and we've all met these people. You've met these people. They look like us, but they're not really quite really like us. But, everybody's different. Maybe they're from Europe. Maybe they're from somewhere else. And so we accept them. And I've heard stories of people being harassed by people like this, or maybe even abducted. Stuff like that. But we continue on with our lives. We continue on with our society. Just like the other folks. They have a society that's already established. They continue on with their society. They don't stop everything because some stranger showed up. They continue on. And every now and then, we look up into the skies and we see something flying by. We might see some strange lights. We might hear some strange sounds. We might see something metallic going by. And it doesn't look like an airplane. Now you got to remember, these other folks, they don't have airplanes. They don't even know what an airplane is. But they see these things in the sky and they're like, damn, I don't know what that is. And so they come up with these stories and these folk tales and these myths and all this stuff explaining what this thing is going on in the sky. We do the same thing. We see these things flying around the sky every now and then. We've all heard of, UFO sightings, or there's another phrase to use now instead of UFO for whatever reason they changed it. But we all see these phenomenons in the sky, and we come up with these ideas. Oh, it's this, or it's that, or it's some kind of military vehicle, or some kind of anomaly with the light, weather balloons. We have 1,000 different excuses, but we don't let it break our psyche. Just like those indigenous people, we continue on with our life, but we see these things every now and then. We know they don't really fit. We meet these people every now and then. We know they don't really fit, but we continue on. We just continue on with our little society, and we just know in our hearts and our minds that we are at the top of the totem pole. We feel like, oh, we have the most advanced governments, especially in the Western world. We feel like, oh, we have the most advanced technology. We have NASA. We have all these different departments of this and that, and we are at the top of our game. And whatever we're seeing in the sky, it must be some type of anomaly or some kind of optical illusion, or maybe some type of government experiment. But we continue on. Don't you know? Don't you understand? There's nothing different between us and those so-called indigenous people that are so-called below us, that don't understand what's going on. They never heard of America. They don't know anything about a corona virus. They don't know anything about none of that. They don't know anything about a Trump or a Biden or nothing. They've never heard of any of this stuff. They don't even know what the damn a football is. Millions upon millions of them living right now, not affected. But they don't realize that there's another civilization that's monitoring them, that's watching over them, that knows everything they're doing, that can examine them, that comes down every now and then and takes samples of them, do experiments on them, watching over them, procreating with them. Those people exist on this world. Why in the hell would we think that there's no higher society that's living right above us that we just don't realize is there? Why do we think we're at the top of the food chain? Don't you think these indigenous people that's been around way longer than us, with traditions that go along way longer than us, don't you think they have some ideas and some theories and some legends and some rituals and some meaning as to how they are at the top of their food chain? But yet we know they're not. We know they're not at the top of the food chain. We can go and disrupt their society at any damn time. They don't even know we exist. They have no idea what we do and what we're capable of. They don't know. And why we think we're not in the same position? Why don't we understand that we are not at the top of our totem pole? That there is other levels to this shit right here where we are right now. We think we at the top. Oh, we have all this technology. We got cell phones. Oh, we going to the moon. We going to do this, and we electrical cars and Nobel Peace Prizes and elections, and we think we're at the top of the game. You don't think those other people think they're at the top of their game? Why do you think we are special? Why do you think you are special? Why do you think there's multiple levels in this very presence where we are right now? There are, folks. We are not at the top of our food chain on this planet. Just like those other people, they think they are at the top of their food chain. They really do. They know it. They don't think it. They don't believe it. They know that they are the end all be all. Their God is the top of the food chain. They don't know anything about this crap that we live in every day. This old foolishness we doing every day. And why do you don't think that there's somebody above you that understands you better than you? That's right here, right now, living amongst you right now. Folks, you got to understand. We live in multiple places at one time. We live in multiple places at one time. As above, so below. We live in here in this form, in this 3D form. But you have to know and understand that there is the same soul, the same connection that's connected to you on a more molecular level, on a lower level, and even on a more deeper level that's closer to this earth and what's going on. And then there's higher levels to us. There's parts of us that lives on planes that's higher than us. We are operating on multiple dimensions at the same time while we're here. We are tethered to things below us and things above us. Some of us, especially us with this melanin, this beautiful bronze melanin burgundy going on right here, we have a lot of connections that go up. And I'm not trying to exclude anybody else, but we have extra connections. I'm just being honest. We are connected on multiple levels within this same realm. There's beings that we are connected to. There's spirits and souls we're connected to that goes way up higher than what we can even see and fathom with our own eyes. That's where we at. That's how we live. And on top of that, there's multiple dimensions that we live in at the same time. right here where we are now, we're living in multiple dimensions. We're not just here in this realm, in the same space. We are sharing and occupying spaces with multiple dimensions. So we're dealing with things that's going up and going down and right here where we are. So folks, this whole message is about perception. And I'm saying we need to understand that we are not the end all be all in our current mind state. Now we are the end all be all, but in our current mind state, we are not at the top. Our little dealings in our society is not at the top of the food chain, folks. We live in multiple places at one time. All of your decisions that you make, the energy that you are exuding affects multiple places in multiple dimensions on multiple levels. You think the cells in your body understand who you are? That's a whole society of cells. They got their own society inside of you. Your cells, they're living and working inside of you. They don't understand what you are. Just like we don't understand what we are. We are part of a bigger body. So anyway, I know that's super deep for some of y'all, but not all of y'all. Anyway, I'm going to keep it right there. I didn't went too long, more than what I planned on doing. I love you, my co-creators. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Hope you got into the sun today. I think that, they got the little football game that went on earlier, I think. I didn't see none of it. But anyway, yes. Recognize that it's all about perception, folks. We need to understand our perspectives. Then we can understand how to navigate this life better. That's what this message is really all about, knowing you're trying to get a different perspective onto who you are. We are not the end all be all in this form. There's always other levels. There's people living above us and below us. And we are tied to these people. We are tied to these people, folks. We are living in multiple places at one time. We're not just here. That's why when you dream, you go, who knows where? We are living in multiple dimensions on multiple levels in this dimension at the same time. We're not just willy-nilly around here. I love you, my co-creators. I'll talk to you later.